Have you ever considered that just maybe it's all a lie? We're talking about the flat Earth theory. Put on your tinfoil hats because we're about to explore the ultimate conspiracy that has the internet buzzing. Are we really living on a giant spinning ball hurtling through space, or is the Earth flat as a pancake? While some might dismiss it as a fringe belief held by a handful of conspiracy theorists,
you think for the longest time that you live here. But what if it wasn't this? What if this was just the illusion?
The truth is that the idea of a flat Earth has been around for centuries. As the Greeks demonstrated, people have been pondering the shape of the Earth for thousands of years. And while modern science has largely settled the matter, there's something intriguing about the idea that the Earth might be flat after all. Of course, the scientific community would disagree.
It's so clearly obvious that the world isn't flat.
They'll tell you that the evidence overwhelmingly supports a round Earth. From satellite photos to observations of the stars, there's a wealth of evidence that the Earth is indeed spherical. True or not, the flat Earth theory is a great conversation starter, debating the merits of modern scientific evidence. Who knows, you might make some new friends or impress a date with your unconventional ideas. While most of us accept that the Earth is a round sphere hurtling through space, there are those who believe that it's all a lie.
Absolutely 100% believe we are not on a globe. We are part of a giant studio set. All the world's a stage and you're on it.
According to flat Earth believers, the evidence that supports a round Earth is all part of a massive conspiracy. They argue that government agencies, NASA, and other powerful organizations are all in on it, working together to keep the truth hidden from the masses. Flat Earth enthusiasts argue that the Earth is actually a flat disk, with Antarctica acting as a giant ice wall that encircles the disk and prevents us from falling off the edge. They believe that if you were to sail or fly far enough in any direction, you would eventually reach the edge of the Earth and fall off into the great unknown. They argue that gravity doesn't exist and that objects are pulled toward the Earth by an unknown force. They also claim that the Earth is stationary and that the sun, moon, and stars move around us. Flat Earth proponents argue that airplanes should have to constantly adjust their altitude to account for the Earth's curvature. This simply isn't the case. In fact, planes fly at a constant altitude and their paths are calculated using a spherical Earth model. This model takes into account the Earth's curvature and allows for accurate navigation and travel around the globe. In 1968, the Apollo 8 mission sent astronauts to orbit the moon and capture the iconic Earthrise Photo. And some flat Earth believers argue that the moon landing was faked and that all space travel is a hoax designed to deceive us. They point to the lack of visible curvature in photos and videos taken from high altitudes as evidence that the Earth is flat. The flat Earth theory has a surprisingly large following online. There are countless YouTube videos and online forums dedicated to exploring this idea. The Bedford level experiment, conducted in the mid-19th century, was a fascinating attempt to put the flat Earth theory to the test. The experiment involved a stretch of water that ran for over 6 miles, with markers placed at regular intervals along the bank. The idea was simple. If the Earth was indeed flat, then the markers should be visible from one end of the stretch of water to the other. The first attempt at the experiment seemed promising, as the markers were clearly visible from both ends of the water. However, as the experiment was repeated several times, the markers gradually disappeared from view as they got farther away, indicating that the Earth was not flat as previously believed.
As the boat reaches the horizon, the stripes begin to disappear one by one.
The results of the Bedford level experiment provided concrete evidence that the Earth was not flat, but instead a round, curved object. Have you ever wondered why we have different time zones and why the sun rises and sets at different times across the world? The answer lies in the Earth's rotation. The Earth's rotation on its axis is what makes our days and nights, and it's what creates time zones around the globe. As the Earth spins, the side facing the sun experiences daylight, while the opposite side experiences darkness. This spinning motion is what creates our 24-hour day, and it also results in different regions of the planet receiving different amounts of sunlight at different times. However, the concept of time zones wasn't always in place. Before the late 1800s, people simply relied on local time based on the position of the sun. As rail travel became more common, the need for standardized time zones became apparent. Flat Earth theory is a controversial and divisive topic, but overwhelming scientific evidence supports the fact that the Earth is a sphere. Despite this, some people still choose to believe in the Flat Earth theory, claiming that there is a massive conspiracy to deceive us all. However, experiments like the Bedford level experiment, as well as photos and observations from space, have debunked these claims. The idea that the world is flat and that there is a massive cover-up to keep us all in the dark is certainly intriguing. But when we look at the evidence, it's clear that the Earth is indeed a sphere. We've learned that even in the age of information, misinformation still exists. We've also learned that scientific evidence and critical thinking are essential tools in our pursuit of knowledge and truth. We hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. And if you're still on the fence, we encourage you to keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep seeking the truth. And with that, we invite you to like, subscribe, and make sure to keep an open mind. See you in the next one.